So FightFan.com here with the Magic Man Paul Malignaggi. Paulie, it's been a while since we talked to you. How are things?
Everything's good, man. I came back from a 2-week vacation in Italy, and now I'm looking forward to getting back in the ring, man. Trying to wait for my next move. A couple of things on the horizon, and we'll see what pans out.
How pleased were you with your performance over Edna Cherry in your last fight?
I think it was a solid performance based on the fight I had just come off of with Cotto. Could have done a few things differently. Could have maybe thrown a few more combinations, a few more punches. But hey, you know, I worked with a new trainer. We were still working on new things. So I think every fight I'm going to get better. The important thing is I won against a fighter that was not a club fighter, was not a second-tier fighter. He was a top fighter, and him being accepted by HBO is a testament to that. You know, I won almost every round against a fighter like that. So I think you can establish the fact that I am back in full effect after losing to Cotto.
At that point, you had been out of the ring for about 8 months. Did you feel any rust in there, or were you really motivated to get back to work?
I was motivated, but yes, there was some rust. Obviously, anytime you have a long layoff, you have to think about that. But I was very motivated. You know, I was very motivated to prove everybody wrong. A lot of people were thinking, due to the fight with Cotto, I was not going to be the same anymore. And I think I proved those people wrong. I think I'm going to continue to prove everybody wrong because I think with Paul Malignaggi, people like to doubt. It's just something they have. You know, it's always something. Maybe because I've talked so much in the past, maybe it's a reason, or maybe they're just jealous of me. Whatever the reason is, we're going to continue to doubt me, and I'm going to continue to prove them wrong.
That card was at the Hammerstein Ballroom in New York. It was another fight in front of a home crowd for you. How much does it fire you up to fight at home?
Excuse me, I didn't hear that.
How much does it fire you up to fight at home in New York?
How was it to be fighting at home?
Yeah, you were fighting at home in New York.
Yeah, I was always excited to be fighting back in New York. You know, it's my hometown fans. I always get a lot of support back at home. And, you know, it's something I always look forward to. I've been blessed enough to have sport in my hometown a lot of my career. And, like I said, it's always a positive thing. I get a lot of support out here.
Paulie, how have things changed since that fight with Cotto? Do you find yourself getting more recognition now when you're in and around fights? What's the response been like?
Yeah, it's definitely got me more recognition. It's unfortunate, I think, that in a losing effort, I have to get more recognition than in the 21 wins I had before then. And I made a statement at the press conference preceding the Cherry fight. I said, you know, I've gotten more recognition due to the loss of Miguel Cotto than I did in 21 fights before that. And I think it's about time people start recognizing Paul Malignaggi for the way he wins fights, not for the way he loses fights. Right. I appreciate the fact that I'm getting the recognition in the Cotto fight, but I think it's about time I start being respected for the wins, I guess.
Is a rematch with Cotto still something in the back of your mind, or is focusing on the division at 140?
It's always going to be there. There'll always be a void there if I don't get that rematch. I know it's not going to happen now. I don't even want it now, to tell you the truth. I still have business to take care of as junior welterweight. But if my career ends without that rematch with Miguel Cotto, it'll definitely be a void in my head, and it'll be tough to get over. So I think there's a lot of things I could have done differently in the fight. I think my team could have helped me out on a couple of other things that maybe would have helped me out. But regardless, I have to look to the future now. I have to look to the short term, and that's, you know, winning a title with junior welterweight, and then maybe later on I'll be able to win a world title at welterweight and fight Miguel Cotto.
What are your thoughts on the light welterweight division right now? You got guys like Castillo joining the mix, Hatton, Torres, Witter, yourself. Do you see it being one of the hotter divisions again?
Do I think it's a hot division? Absolutely. I think the junior welterweight division is hot. It's been hot for a long time, and it's a lot of solid fighters. We've got a few names on the horizon. I would like to fight Ricky Hatton. They spoke about fighting him maybe at the end of the year after he gets through Castillo, and I get through my next opponent. And if that would happen, I think that'll be a big fight. It could be a big promotion. Listen, anything involving Paul Malignaggi always promotes well because Paul Malignaggi always talks, opens his mouth, and sells the fight. So I think me and Ricky Hatton would definitely be a fight people would like to see. And if we both get through our next fight, it'll be a positive thing to see.
Do you have any idea about a return date yet? Like what date of the year?
Yeah, we have a couple of things on the horizon. I think we may be fighting a lot more in Doe on the Jermaine Taylor Corey Spinks card. I think I'm is shooting to try to get HBO to make that fight on that show. There'll be a nice doubleheader going on there in Memphis, Tennessee. More and Doe thinks he's going to fight at Torogatti, but I think you better start concentrating on Paul Malignaggi because it's probably the fight he's going to wind up with.
Right. I was going to say, like, I've heard a lot of names thrown around for you. Have you heard any names about a possible opponent at this point?
Yeah. Well, it looks like it could possibly be a Torogatti. I mean, Lovemore Endo. Like I said, Lovemore Endo thinks he's going to fight a Torogatti next, but it looks like, based on what I'm hearing, that Lovemore Endo is going to be fighting Paul Malignaggi.
Right. So do you see yourself sticking around 140 for a while yet? Is that your game plan for the rest of the year?
Yeah, I want to stick on in this weight class for maybe another 2 years or so.
Yeah.
I want to win a world title at junior welterweight, maybe defend it a few times, and then move up in weight and chase after Cotto.
All right, man.
Those are my short-term goals.
I got one more question for you, Paulie. I'm going to put you on the spot. Who do you think is going to win, Mayweather or De La Hoya?
Floyd Mayweather. I think Oscar's done a lot of great things in his career. I have a lot of respect for him. I think he's accomplished a lot, but at the same time, I think Floyd Mayweather, you can quote me on this, is the best fighter ever in boxing.
All right, man.
I think he's better than Ray Robinson. I think he's better than anybody else wants to mention. And I think he's going to beat Oscar De La Hoya because he always finds a way to win and he always finds a way to make the adjustments.
All right, Paulie. Well, thanks for taking the time to talk with FightFan.com, man. We appreciate it. We'll maybe give you a shout once you got something lined up and see how you're doing.
Thank you. Always a pleasure.
All right, take care, bro.
Take care.